Nityanam everyone, Vanakkam. Welcome to today's Tamil Heritage Month, presented by Kailasa, Canada. This is our third annual event.
I have to say, what an auspicious way to start this grand event. Now, let us perform the traditional lighting of the lamps. But before we continue, I would like technical difficulties. First, we would like to introduce ourselves as the MCs for your event tonight. My name is Reno Shinedwin. I'm a developer and team lead, and with a Bachelor's of Engineering in Software Engineering, also as a Hindu architect. And with me, I have Nityan Lalitananda.
Nityanam everyone. The background is I am a business developer and in marketing, and I've graduated from medical studies and also a Hindu activist.
And so next, we would like to now invite the dignitaries invited today up to the stage to light the traditional lamp.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Swastina Indra Dasravaha Swastina Puja Visvabhetaha Swastina Snararishanomihi Swastina Brahaspadir Dadhade Om Swastim Bhavanda Prabanda Om Swasti Agajananavadharkam Gejananamaganisham Anekadandam Bhakthanamekadandam Upasmahe Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Dasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Guru Padukam Pujayami, Sarva Mangala Mangalye, Sri Sarvartha Sadhake, Saranye Triyambake, Gauri Narayani Namostude.
Before we begin, what we're going to do is start off with the land acknowledgement. We begin today by acknowledging the traditional territories of the indigenous people and the communities to their stewardship of the land. We acknowledge the communities in circle, the north, west, south, and eastern directions of the Haudenosaunee, Huron, Wendat, Ashenburg, Seneca, Chippewa, and the Mississaugas of the Credit peoples. We share the responsibilities with the caretakers of this land to ensure the dish is never empty, and to restore the relationships that are based on peace, friendship, and trust. We are committed to reconcile partnerships and enhance understandings. Now please rise for the national anthems. First, we will start with the Kailasa national anthem. During this anthem, we request you to have your hands in Anjali Mudra, also known as the prayer position.
Shri Kailasa Dvadashantashyamala Pitharuda Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinnaswarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Gurumanya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Stanyapana Labdha Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravakte Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadhigata Mukta Maya Chaturashrayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinhaka Haladi Samasta Virada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti Sarvajana Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha Vyayapa Varga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalabhake Sari Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya Shri Raja Dhiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Kshapana Shakyadi Mahandhara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narharha Dhvajochedana Purvaka Srimad Vrishabhadhvaja Sthapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartre Sarvajna Pitharudha Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Desika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swaminam Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punarudhrita Shyamala Pitha Sarvajna Pitha त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनुइक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्राकृत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
And now please to continue to remain standing for the Canadian National Anthem.
Before we continue further, let us offer a moment of silence. A moment of silence for all those who have lost their lives in the war, in the freedom struggle, for all those who struggle today in the path to freedom, and all those with loved ones who experience this freedom struggle, or know those who are affected by this freedom struggle, not just within the Tamil community, but all over the world. let us offer them the space of Shanti, the space of peace. Let us now offer them a moment of silence. So now, before we move into the recognition ceremony, we'd like to first take an opportunity to quickly introduce who we are as Kailasa Canada. It will just be a few minutes as we set up the slide presentation. So just be a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. I apologize for the delay. And so now we'll go ahead with the introduction to Kailasa Canada. We have the screen projector here. There's a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll proceed. Continue showing who we are as Kailasa Canada and a little bit about ourselves. Next slide, please. And so, Kailasa Canada, with its headquarters located in Kailasa, Toronto, or the Nityananda Meditation Academy, was registered in 2006. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidana, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashiva, came to Canada in 2009, and the Toronto Temple was inaugurated in 2011. Today, next slide please. Next slide. Thank you. Today, Kailasa Canada also includes Ottawa, Vancouver, Montreal, and Calgary. As part of Kailasa Toronto, we would like to quickly introduce you to our deities. Next slide, please. Here we have Nandishwara, as well as the Nityanandeshwara and Nityanandeshwari, and the Murava, the main deities of the temple. Next slide.
We have Sri Mahakalavirva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and Devi Meenakshi. Next we have Mahaganapati, Sri Ananda Lakshmi, and Sri Ananda Venkateshwara.
Next slide, please. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Framed in our temple, we also have the Jagadguru Mahasanidanas of the Shyamalapita Sarvanyapita. These are the lineage of gurus who are the heads of the state in the Shyamalapita Sarvanyapita, the religious kingdom of ancient Madurai. Next slide. And here we also have the deities of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Mount Meru, and Adi Parashakti. Next slide, please.
We have Radha Krishna, Baby Krishna, and the Ram Parivar, which has Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, and Hanuman. Next slide. Here we have the Shabda Vedas, enshrine the existing composition of all the Vedas, Agamas, Upanishads, Puranas, whatever we have remaining in one composition. We have here Bhagwan Ramakrishna with us.
Next slide, please. Next, we have the Utsava Murtis, whom you can see today beautifully decorated and decorated on the main stage today. The Utsava Murtis are the deities who move along with the procession and visit homes of the deities. They are the ones who are more directly accessible to us. And in fact, the Utsava Murtis of Nityanandeshwara and Nityanandeshwari of Kailasa Toronto have their Prana Pratishta, or the infusion of life energy, done directly by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in Kumbh Mela of 2007. They have a beautiful history of over 15 years, visiting the homes of devotees and yearly processions. Next slide, please. And finally, we have the 18 Siddhas and 63 Nayanmars. The Siddhas, literally translated, means the accomplished ones. They are each masters in their own unique right and have expressed divine knowledge in their own way, whether through medicine, through yoga, through prose, writing, poetry, etc. Notable amongst them is Tirumura Siddha, Patanjali Siddha, Agastya. The 63 Nayanmars are the 63 notable Tamil Hindu saints who lived during the 6th to 8th centuries AD, each of whom have their own unique expression of life, which can be read and related to even today in the English language even, through the book called Periya Puranam. Next slide, please.
As part of Kailasa Canada, our aim is ultimately to live and express the Hindu lifestyle and all of its facts. A core part of this is Anandam, or the offering of free, organic, vegetarian, sattvic meals to all those who are hungry, irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, race, age, social status, and any other identifiers. Anandam is considered as the Mahadana, or the greatest donation as per Hinduism, and it is an essential part of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The food offering surpasses offering of other riches because food is the source of life. For 11 years, Kailasa Canada continuously has offered Anandam. Next slide, please. Here you can see some of the pictures of Anandam done in Kailasa, Toronto. Especially during the recent pandemic lockdowns, there was an emphasis to make sure that those in need had healthy organic foods readily available and accessible. Efforts were made across Kailasa, Canada to redeem this, especially during the food shortages.
Next slide, please. During the lockdown, around 1,200 pounds of food have been donated, having fed around 10,000 people during the peak of the pandemic's food shortages through monthly efforts. Next slide, please. And these next few slides showcase some of these efforts to ensure people have the food readily available. Next slide, please. As we slowly transitioned out of the pandemic, naturally the Anandam efforts did not slow down. In the last year, 2022, over 5,000 fresh meals have been served on a weekly basis, offered in Kailasa, Canada. Next slide, please.
Also in Kailasa, Ottawa, there has been more than 5,500 people fed. And our next slide, you'll see that overseas, Kailasa, Canada has served over 4,000 meals in Sri Lanka during this Chaturmasya, or the 4 months of spiritual observance.
Next slide, please. As well, over 4,500 articles of clothing have also been donated to the poverty-stricken regions of Sri Lanka over the course of 2022, as part of this observance of as part of this spiritual observance called Chaturmasya. Next slide, please.
Moving forward, Kailasa Canada's contributions are also made through our social services, offering free online classes daily, particularly during the recent pandemic, to ensure that mental, emotional, and physical stability of our community. This has been done through multiple workshops, classes, yoga sessions, counseling, and the list goes on.
Next slide, please. And here we can see just a few of these numbers on these classes. Particularly during the pandemic period, up to 17 online events were happening on a daily basis. Means every day there was at least 17 classes online happening, reaching out to over hundreds of people for free. Next slide, please. And here we see some more statistics of the same. Again, just a count of how many people have taken part in these online classes during this pandemic period. Next slide, please.
Kailasa Canada and Kailasa Toronto takes up an active role in the interfaith community and interfaith discussions in an effort to face the challenges we face globally with Sanatana Hindu Dharma as a time-tested, foolproof solution. Here in Kailasa, Canada, attends virtual conversations with faith leaderships regarding the confront challenges and the pressure faced by the recent pandemic. Kailasa, Canada, Nityananda Meditation Academy is also proud to be part of the Hindu Federation. Kailasa, Canada brings a platform for all Hindus from all sampradayas or traditions to come together in Canada irrespective of their culture and nationality.
Next slide, please. Next slide. Through various meetings, workshops, seminars, and conferences, Kailasa Canada aims to continue to be involved in this conversation of facing global issues and addressing them through time-tested solutions. Next slide, please.
So now it's up to, this is a little bit of what Kailasa Canada has so far contributed. Kailasa is created by a group of displaced people who lost the right to practice Hinduism authentically in their own countries. They found freedom to practice Hinduism and subsequently, because of that achievement, enormous success in other countries. Though the Kailasa movement is founded in the US and spearheaded by the members of the Hinduism Adi Shaivite minority community, it is created for and offers a safe haven to all the world's practicing, aspiring, or persecuted Hindus, irrespective of their race, gender, sect, caste, or creed, where they can peacefully live and express their spirituality, arts, and culture for free of interference and violence.
Next slide, please. These people created Kailasa with the determination, when I say Kailasa, not just Kailasa Canada, but the global Kailasa, with the determination to not just preserve and protect the science and share it with the entire world, but also to share the story of persecution that is yet unknown to the world. The vision of Kailasa is the enlightenment living of all humanity, a goal that can only be achieved if we function as a sovereign nation that is not under any one country, but works with all of them. Based on its principles, Kailasa supports causes such as gender equality, the fight against global warming, universal access to holistic education, healthcare, vegetarianism, and so on.
In celebration of Tamil Heritage Month in Canada, Kailasa Toronto has hosted international broadcast live programs yearly since 2020. As such, this is in fact our third annual celebration of the same. These are the events where we aim to bring Canadian community from all faces together and celebrate live and simply enjoy the Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the Tamil heritage as a whole. That brings us to the end of our introduction to Kailasa and Kailasa Canada.
What a beautiful performance. And now we're going to continue with the recognition ceremony. And as we begin, I would like to first invite the dignitary who will be awarding the recognition. I would like to invite the Honorable Ahmed Hassan, the Minister of Housing and Diversity and Inclusion.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on this celebration of Tamil Heritage Month. January has been designated right across the country by the federal parliament to be Tamil Heritage Month. This is an opportunity for all of us in Canada, from coast to coast to coast, in all communities, to really take the time to reflect on and celebrate and acknowledge the contributions that Tamil Canadians have made and continue to make to Canada. It is also an opportunity for all of us in this Tamil Heritage Month to learn more about Tamil heritage and culture and history and the unique civilization of the Tamil people. So for me, it's a pleasure to bring greetings from our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the Liberal government and to celebrate Tamil Heritage Month with you. Thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate this opportunity. Vanakkam.
And so with this, we would like to also recognize Ranganatha Gurukul. Ranganatha Gurukul is a Hindu priest that trains and performs Hindu rituals and marriages across various temples in Canada. So we would like to invite Ranganatha Gurukul and recognize him for his contributions to the Tamil society.
Traditional way you can go. We have one more. Thank you.
Next, we would like to recognize Sabraratnam Kurukul Srihara Kurukul, President of the Hindu Priest Society Association of Canada and founder of the Chandramulishwara Shivalaya.
Next, we would like to welcome to the stage His Worship Patrick Brown.
Yes. Well, Vanakkam, it is a privilege to be with you here today for this Tamil Heritage Month celebration in Thai Pongal. It's been a busy month of celebrations. We're actually having our City of Brampton celebration this evening at our City Hall. But when I got the invite and my friend Sri was kind enough to pass it on, I wanted to make sure that we came to pay our appreciation and respect for your beautiful organization and why this month is so important. And thank you for the Bhagavad Gita book. I would note that the City of Brampton last September became the first city outside of India in the world to have a Bhagavad Gita park. And we unveiled that park as part of our commitment to religious freedom, to show that in this country you can be proud of your faith, and that you can do so and express your faith anywhere in our city and our country, and that's a beautiful tenet of the harmony we have in Canada. The Tamil Heritage Month is one that's particularly close to my heart, because I remember those difficult years when there was a real effort to wipe out the Tamil heritage, ancestry, and culture. And so this Heritage Month is particularly important to me. This is one of the oldest classical languages, a gift to humanity, that preservation, whether it's language, dance, art, history, it's so important to be able to carry that on to future generations. And so thank you for taking the time to create a platform to celebrate the Tamil heritage. And so from your friends in the city of Brampton, we simply wanted to come here today and say Nandri and Pongo Pongo.
We would like to recognize Pandit Rupnath Sharmaji. Pandit Rupnath Sharma is the president of the Hindu Federation and the founder of the spiritual leader of the Mississauga Ram Mandir. He is also the founder of Canada Hindu Heritage Center. Canada Hindu Heritage Center is focused on addressing the social and economical cultural needs of the Hindu community. Pandit Rupnath Sharmaji is also driving force behind projects related to family issues, poverty, youth violence, and low-income housing. Pandit Sharma is also equipped to acknowledge speakers and involved in extensive public speaking engagements on the subject of Hinduism, personal development, and youth issues. He has been working mainly in Canada, US, and the Caribbean in promoting the Hindu way of life.
Namaskar, Vanakkam. Celebrating the culture and heritage of our ancient traditions from India is something that all religions and all faith traditions of the world celebrate, because we can stand tall to say that we are one of the oldest tradition and our most ancient tradition in the human community. For this, we are outstanding. But today to be here with all of you as we celebrate Tamil Heritage Month, a specific aspect of the South Indian community, we are doing something to let the world know that ancient traditions still have value in current day and age. Many of us believe, because our traditions are from an olden time, it has no relevance to today's society. But our traditions and its belief system and its philosophy is relevant today, tomorrow, and it doesn't matter how much artificial intelligence we have, we will still need the traditions of dharmic traditions that we call Satya Sanatana Dharma. I want to take this opportunity to compliment the organizers of this event for making this event so open, welcoming Patrick Brown from Brampton, then the minister here, and other leaders of our community, recognizing that in Canada we are one community, but yet we have our distinctiveness in our traditions and culture and heritage. And that tradition and culture and heritage promotes all equally, men and women equally. Please take note that the dharmic traditions are the only traditions that recognize equally men and women in divine status. This we must be proud of and let others understand. Let's give a round of applause to the women in our community. As I look around here, it's very obvious that there are more women here than men. I don't know why. Maybe the women are more engaged in working and getting things done. And I look to a lady that I met. Give her a big hand, please. That are involved in community activities. I want to encourage ladies in our community to stand up and stand tall and get engaged. Be the representatives of our community, our culture, and womanhood. Canada promotes this. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be recognized by this community. And I want to say, God bless all of you. Satya Sanatana Dharma ki Jai.
Next, we would like to invite to the stage Sami Apature. Sami Apature is a award-winning journalist, columnist, broadcaster, consultant, and community worker. Thank you, Mayor Patrick Brown, Pandit Rupan Sharmaji, and Sami Apature. Next, we would like to invite MPP Eris Babakan, the MPP for Scarborough, Agincourt.
Vanaka.
Technology is always difficult to handle, especially for people like at my age. Vanakkam, and it is great pleasure to be here on behalf of the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, and the Government of Ontario to bring their best wishes and on this auspicious occasion to celebrate double celebration, Tamil Heritage Month, and also Thai Pongal. Congratulations to Kailasa Toronto and Kailasa Canada on this anniversary and this celebration. These kind of celebrations are important for a variety of reasons. One, you transmit your traditions, your practices to the rest of the Canadian civil society to learn from it, because you have a rich history and we need to learn from that history. You have thousands of years of history. Canada has been formed almost 200 years. If that's generous if I'm saying 200 years, but 200 years. But we need to learn from your practices, your cultures, your traditions. By learning, we improve our society. We improve the quality of life in Canada for all of us. And the second important issue to celebrate those anniversaries are to transmit those traditions and culture to the next generation, to the youth, because the youths are the future of your community, our society, and Canada. And by learning their culture, tradition, and their practices, they become better Canadians, and they contribute in making Canada the best country in the world. Today, we are here to celebrate with you this happy occasion. When I was a citizenship judge, we used to receive large delegations, lots of delegations from Australia, Scandinavian countries, Germany, and other places. And we meet with them and they ask a question. They say, we have a multicultural policy. What is the secret that the Canadian multicultural policy is so successful? We have the same policies. My answer to them was, it's not the ink written on that piece of paper. It's not the policy. It's the people like you who are making the Canadian experience, Canadian multicultural experience, a successful one. So thank you very much for all of you for contributing to our society, make it better place, tolerant place to all of us, to learn from each other and move on forward. Thank you very much. Nanda.
And may I
Also, may I invite the board members, the president, to handle my greetings.
We would like to invite Maliha Wilson. Maliha Wilson is a fellow of the Charter Institution of Arbitrators and Senior Counsel of the Nava Wilson LLP. Previously, Maliha also served as an Assistant Deputy Attorney General Civil of the Government of Ontario over 8 years. She specializes in the international human rights, Indigenous, constitutional, corporation, and labor laws, and other complex litigations, and has participated in many times in the UNHRC process and other international institutions on behalf of civil societies and the friend of Kailasa. Next, we would like to invite on stage Janani. Dr. Janani Selvachandran is a research coordinator at CAMH Center for Addiction and Mental Health. She manages and coordinates implementation of analysis and multiple studies operating under the McCain Center's Child, Youth and Emerging Adult Program at CAMH. We'd like to welcome to stage Councillor Juanita Nathan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got it, thanks. Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here today, representing Mayor Frank Scalpiti and the Council. As many have already said, the heritage, our traditions of the Tamil culture is very intertwined with the Hindu religion. You cannot really discern them. So it's important for us, and the reason why it's important that we chose January as Tamil Heritage Month was because of Pongal. Pongal is an embodiment of the Tamil culture. It teaches how to respect each other, the nature, and also to give thanks to the nature and everyone, all life form that's in this earth that's helping the humankind. And I wanted to read the message that the mayor has sent here. On behalf of the city of Malcolm, Canada's most diverse community, we thank you for celebrating the richness of Tamil culture and the resilient, hospitable nature of the Tamil people. By preserving heritage and promoting diversity, you're helping create strong, vibrant communities while honoring our shared Canadian values of democracy, respect, equality of all. Best wishes. Thank you.
We would like to invite on stage Dr. Anu Skandaraja. Dr. Anu Skandaraja is the Toronto District School Board trustee for Scarborough Rouge Park, professor of Child and Youth Studies, the trustee for Ward 22, Scarborough Rouge Park.
Welcome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Manidaka, for and the organization for the recognition. I just want to thank everyone in attendance today in celebration of Tamil Heritage Month and our beautiful religion, Hinduism. To echo Manidaka's point, very much intertwined, Tamil culture and Hinduism. And I think it's important that we have religious institutions also making that celebration. I haven't seen that. This is probably my first one. So I really appreciate it. Yeah. My mom is a devotee, so I'm well aware of the amazing things that the organization does. I'm amazed at how many young people are here. It's really, really refreshing. Our religion, like the wise gentleman said earlier, has spanned thousands of years. And one of the reasons, of course, is its adaptability and its flexibility. It is a religion that doesn't require stringent adherence to doctrines and dogma, but recognizes the human spirit is evolving and continuously moving. And I think that's why it's survived for as long as it has, and that's why it's flourishing in the diaspora as well. And to the young people here, thank you. There's so many worldly things you could be doing, like scrolling on your phone, but you decided to meditate and engage in spiritual enlightenment. And it gives me so much hope for the future. So thank you so much. Yes, there's so many things you can be doing. And lastly, the TDSB recognizes Tamil Heritage Month and Hindu Heritage Month. And I encourage you all to join the committee, especially the young people. I think they could benefit from your service-oriented Hinduism that your organization exemplifies so well. Thank you.
Next, we would like to welcome to stage Dusli Raghunathan. She's a director of Brindalaya, the School of South Asian Music. She started learning the violin at the age of 11 and obtained her diploma and certificate in music from Jaffna University, Sri Lanka. She has been teaching violin in Canada over 100 students over the last 34 years. 15 of her students have graduated, receiving teaching certificates in Canada. Her students have performed at various events across Canada.
Next, we would like to kindly invite Iris Babakin back onto the stage to award 2 more recognitions. Next, we would like to recognize Arvind Maheshan for his contributions to Tamil community. Arvind is a certified public accountant and holds an MBA in finance. He is a certified internal auditor and EVP for Canadian automotive firm. He has a passion for music, and he is a lead keyboard player and a band leader for Mega Turners, established in 1998. That's more than 20 years of experience performing live Tamil musical concerts across various countries. He has had the honor of playing for renowned singers such as Dr. K.J. Yesudas, S.P. Balasubramaniam, TMS, P. Shushila, M.S. Janika, and much more. Aravindan has earned the respect and recognition from various music directors by playing the live musical concerts with Isai Nyani Ilayaraja, the Imam, M.S. Vishwanathan, and Kangai Amara. We would like to invite Aravindan Maheshan to the stage.
We would like to invite to the stage Dr. Gopal. Dr. Gopal is honored to be your Scarborough dentist. He believes in learning as a lifelong process and regularly participates in continuing education courses to keep on top of the latest in dental technology.
Next, we will have a short presentation about Tamil heritage and culture presented by Sami Apatule.
Yeah. Brothers and sisters, those who are here and watching this show virtually. We have come to the central point of the celebration as such that we would like to tell you what our Prime Minister said. Our Prime Minister said we have to explore and exploit the richness of the Tamil culture, not only by the Canadians, all around the world, the people have to do that. As he has said about it, what we could say is we are going to have some slides of 15 slides in which we are going to tell you what exactly we have been doing and what the world should know what we were doing before. So as Dr. Gopal said, our brain works in multi-dimensional ways. So you have your ears with me and keep your eyes on the television. Now let us start with the Heritage Month. We thank the Canadians and the Canadian government to declare January as the month of Tamil heritage, and November is the month of Hindu religion. So first slide we are going to see how the Heritage Month has been declared as the Heritage Month of Tamils here, and Modi also made mention about this month we should recognize the Tamil culture. So first slide will be about the Tamil heritage. Let's see there. I see it there? Okay. Now the second thing, the second part of it is about the linguistic factor. Tamil is the oldest language among the 7,000 languages in the world, living languages of course. Sumerian is the oldest language, is a dead language, doesn't matter. Tamil is one of the oldest languages in the world, and you could see that in the linguistic side about it. And furthermore, now we are going to go to the next slide, where we are going to say about, it's not only the oldest language, it's the richest language as well. For example, as far as the culture is concerned, the cultural aspect, and furthermore, astronomy, medicine, and in every field, Tamil is very enriched by the ancient people thousands and thousands of years back. So it is a very heavy language and very oldest language. The old man sometimes feels tired, but the Tamil never feels tired. Tamil is always young. So that's the one that you are going to see now. And the other thing is the Tamil culture. The next slide that you are going to see is the Tamil culture. For example, in South India there is a tower, Thanjai temple tower. The tower shape will never seen on the ground. Archaeologists around the world, they went to that particular temple and they couldn't apply any of the archaeological techniques to how to do that. It has been there for years and years. So you could see that is one of the cultures aspects, and many other culture is about the way of living and their marriage and so on and so forth. So Hindu religion and Tamil are two aspects or two eyes of the same culture. And the other thing is the Tamil civilization. As far as the world, all civilizations are concerned, all the civilizations are in the temperate zone. The temperate zone is the place where it is not too heat or too cold. So they were able to sit down and then they started cultivating and thinking about it. But the Lemuria continent, the continent of Lemuria is in the tropical zone. So we had the first culture of the world in a tropical zone. It is really amazing. So the Tamil civilization is not only the oldest, it's a very rich one, and that civilization was in Lemuria. The other 6 slides that you are going to see about the Lemuria. For example, the Soviet Union took some time to take photographs and do some kind of archaeological research, and they came out with there were buildings, there were drainages, there were so many other wonderful things are there. It's not yet completed and recognized by the world history, but the Lemurian civilization, for example, in the southern part of the globe, was considered as a Gondwana land. Before the continental drift, at that particular area where the Indian Ocean right now, having an ocean, that's a place where we had a continent. That continent research will be over pretty soon. At that particular time in the world history, you will see the first world civilization was the Lemurian civilization. There are 6 of those slides you would be able to see. And that one is connected the southern part of India and Malagasy. Malagasy is one of the countries, 54 countries in Africa, and furthermore, it extended up to Australia. So it was the central piece of the Gondwana land. So you could see that how it went on very well. And another thing, these archaeologists are still working on now to see that the ancient civilization, that how far it made the human being feel proud of it. So it is the human, a part of the human civilization. And now the Tamil speakers consider it as a Tamil civilization, and we named that continent as Kumari Kantam. Kumari Kantam is the name given to the Lemurian continent. And furthermore, they had three different stages of development. And the third stage was in Madurai. That's what we call Madurai, and Guruji was in the Madurai too, and he was one of the important architect of this developing certain thing. So the Kumari Kandams, every part of it you could see right now, and after the Kumari Kandam, then we have to come down to the next important aspect is the survival of the Tamil culture. For example, Tamil, as Modi, the Prime Minister of India, said, Tamil was the architect of the Indian culture. The Indian culture, for example, today, there is a Chinese celebration today. And in the Chinese celebration, they do have this, what do you call, Kai Vishesham, lucky money. Tomorrow they are going to give lucky money to people like that. This is all influenced by the Tamil culture. Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. In Japanese language, there are 1,000 Tamil words are still there. In the Korean language, there are 500 Tamil words are there. In Africa, there are names, Tamil's name, for example, Mulu, that means wholeness, still there in Yoruba language. Appadrai is there in Amharic language. So something like that. We don't know where the Tamils originally were there. It is in the Middle East or it is in Australia. It is a very big thing, like how we are struggling to find out the origin of the human being. Whatever said and done, Tamils have a rich language, rich culture. As our Prime Minister said, we have to explore and exploit it. And I wish you all do some research, and next year we will be able to tell you how far we have gone in the historical aspect being recognized. And I don't know, there is still there some things. Yeah, this is about the Kumari Kanjam. What we could see that, for example, is Malagasy is here, and India is here, Australia is in the other part of it. So that is the main piece of the Gondwana land that you could see. And further, the next slide, I don't know what is going to be. The next slide is Tamils are being celebrating. For example, their all celebrations are attached to Hinduism. You cannot separate Hinduism from Tamil. You cannot separate the Indian values from Hinduism. For example, according to Hinduism, all living things have soul, not only the human beings. All the plants, animals. It's like the Darwin's, evolution theory. We all are related. That is what we could see there and all. And for example, in another thing that we could say, some come one, some come two, some come three. Some come is something like the ancient Greek, they had some kind of intellectual research work. Likewise, we had, and the third one was in Madurai. I would like to say one more thing. For example, in Madurai, Meenakshi Ammal once said, the entity, 650 years back it was said, all are one entity. People thought all are one entity, mean all the human beings are in one entity. They said, no, there is a place known as Tiruvallur. In Tiruvallur, the ant got mukti. Mukti means is gone to heaven. So therefore what we say is all living things are under one entity, so we have to respect. We should not cut trees unnecessarily. We should not kill any animals because they are our brothers and sisters. That is the thing that you could see in Sangam 1, Sangam 2. The Sangam third one was in Madurai, and our Guruji was there too. And he holds a position of executing certain powers there too. That's the one that you are seeing around here. As it was said, in the Jewish culture and the Tamil culture, ladies are respected equally. Furthermore, in the Tamil culture, ladies are given priority. For example, when we have a formal education, the brothers of the ladies are invited. When we have the wedding, the ladies, the brothers of the family are given priority. That is what we could see. And I think this is the last one. So we all are here to celebrate our culture, our tradition, as we are celebrating or as we are concerned about your culture. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Samya, for your insightful words about the Tamil history, the Tamil heritage, and really the context behind what it means, what this celebration means, what this month means, what we are trying to acknowledge, bring awareness to, and recognize. Because at the end of the day, we are indigenous people living in different parts of the world. And so next, we actually have a video reading live from MP Jean Yip. She's going to be joining us live shortly. And so while we set that up, I ask you to please bear with us for a few minutes as we connect the live feed so that we can have the live greetings from MP Jean Yip.
Vanakkam. I'm Jean Yip, the Member of Parliament for Scarborough Agincourt. Happy Thai Pongal and happy Tamil Heritage Month, and of course, Happy New Year. And definitely this weekend, we are celebrating Lunar New Year as well. This Tamil Heritage Month is significant because this year, 2023, marks 40 years since the anti-Tamil pogroms in Sri Lanka sparked the mass exodus of Tamils to Canada. Since then, this community has grown to over 300,000 people. The Kailasa organization's dedication to growing Tamil and Hindu culture in Canada has been just amazing. I want to thank your organization in your support for gender equality, climate change concerns, and advocating for universal access to holistic education and healthcare. Meditation is not only a good way to relieve stress, but it also helps you to be more calm and alert overall, which is always important when you're balancing a very busy schedule like during this busy Thai Pongal month. On behalf of the federal government, I'd like to say congratulations on Tamil Heritage Month, Nandri and Vanakkam.
I'd like to actually invite the representative from MPP Vincent King. We would like to invite Wendy Wade to the stage, as well as to the Chinese community. We'd like to wish you a Happy New Year. So we'd like to invite you to the stage and please give your greetings.
Hello everyone, my name is Wendy. It is my privilege and my honor to be here on behalf of Mr. Member of Provincial Parliament, Don Valley North, Vincent Key. And on his behalf, I would like to read a letter for him. So he says that I am pleased to express my warmest greetings and wholehearted congratulations to the Kailasa, Canada on occasion of the Tamil Heritage Month celebration. Special congratulations to all of the worthy recipients of the Tamil Leaders Award. January was officially designated and recognized by the Ontario Legislative Assembly in 2014 as the Tamil Heritage Month, which presents an opportunity for all Ontarians to celebrate the incredible contributions of the Tamil Ontarians in our province, while also learning more about the Tamil community's rich history, and unique culture that adds depth and diversity to the multi-dimensional tapestry of Ontario's people and landscape. The amazing celebration is a fantastic platform to raise awareness about the Tamil community and its noble heritage. I am pleased to recognize the outstanding trailblazers who merit the Tamil Leaders Award during the Tamil Heritage Month. As Kailasa Canada hosts a meaningful panel discussion around Tamil community leaders, it presents the opportunity to open important public dialogue about the value of preserving Tamil heritage in Canada while identifying the innovative approaches to achieve common goals. It's a privilege to thank Kailasa Canada for all of its substantial efforts in the organizations, supporters, and volunteers involved in the presenting of this very special event. So from Don Valley Park Member of Provincial Parliament, Vincent he wishes everyone health, happiness, and prosperity in 2023. Happy Tamil Heritage Month.
Please see if this works for the MP. Thank you.
Nityananda, everyone. We would like to welcome to the stage Rajmir Rasaya, former lecturer at the Annamalai University, Tamil poet, participant in book reviews, research, and debates.
Thank you. எல்லோருக்கும் அன்பான வணக்கம். கல்தோன்றி மண்தோன்ற காலத்தில் முன்தோன்றி மூத்த தமிழ் என்று அனைவராலும் போற்றப்படும் அழகு தமிழ், இன்பத்தமிழ், பைந்தமிழ், தேந்தமிழ், தீந்தமிழ் என்று போற்றப்படுகின்ற எம் தமிழ் யாதும் ஊரே யாவரும் கேளீர் என இந்த உலக மக்கள் அனைவரையுமே அழைத்துக் கொள்ளுகின்ற தமிழ் மக்களது துயரை போக்கவும் மக்களை ஒன்றிணைக்கவும் உருவாகிய இன்ப தமிழ். அதனை உண்டு எல்லோரும் மகிழ்ச்சியாக வாழ்வோம். யாதும் ஊரே யாவரும் கேளீர் என அரவணைக்கின்ற அந்த தமிழ்தான் இன்பமே சூழ்க எல்லோரும் வாழ்க என எல்லோரையும் வாழ்த்து நிற்கின்ற சைவத்தின் ஊடாக இங்கே விழுந்து நிற்கின்றது. பாலும் தெளிதேனும் பாகும் பருப்புரிமை நாளும் களத்துணர்க்கு நாட்டதுவேன் கோலம் செய் துங்க கரிமுகத்து தூமணியே நீ எனக்கு சங்க தமிழ் மூன்றும் தாயின அம்மையாள் வரமாக வேண்டப்பட்ட அந்த பைந்தமிழ் மூன்று சங்கங்கள் வைத்து வளர்க்கப்பட்ட அந்த தமிழினூடாக சைவத்தையும் வாழ வைத்து நாங்கள் எல்லோரும் மகிழ்ச்சியாக வாழ்வோம் என அன்பாக வேண்டிக் கொண்டு இந்த இனிய சந்தர்ப்பத்துக்காக அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
As per our schedule, at 12:30 sharp, we will receive the live address of Bhavan Sri Nityananda Parameshiva. While we are waiting for the live address, I would like to call upon Udayan Login Lingam. He is our media partner who supports us in terms of taking our initiative to the large Tamil community at large. Please receive the honor.
Thank you. Speech one day. Oh, no, thanks.
Thank you so much. So I hope all of you are enjoying the traditional meal. While this traditional meal is filling your senses and stomach, and to fill your being, we will be hearing from our beloved Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Parameshwara. Thank you.